Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Today we are going to talk about Solar Power Alliance. Now see, there are many countries who are already signing up this alliance, that is International Solar Alliance, and now recently Argentina and Saudi Arabia has also joined it. So we'll talk in detail about this. For my video updates, you can connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. This is a channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are also available. For additional information, you can call on these numbers which are given on the screen, or you can visit our website too, and the PDF of this lecture will be available on our website also. The PDF will be available in both the languages, Hindi and English. So now, as you know, we are running the live classes on the StudyIQ also. This is the timetable and timing of all the classes. You can take a screenshot, and if you're preparing for these exams, you can watch our live classes too. So now, what is the relevance of this topic from your exam point of view? If we talk from UPSC perspective, in your mains paper 2, this will be covered here. And at objective level, International Solar Alliance, what is it? You should know all the features about this. And at subjective level, as you know, we are moving towards the renewable energy resources. So this is it where you can mention this topic. Now, why it is in news? Because recently Argentina has become the 72nd country to sign the framework agreement of the International Solar Alliance, and Saudi Arabia has become 73rd country to have signed the same framework of International Solar Alliance. Now here you can see, because I already made a video in Hindi, as I make videos in both the languages. There I talked only about Argentina because it was recorded quite late, even before the Saudi Arabia joined it. So now here I am adding up that Saudi Arabia has also signed the agreement and has become 73rd country. Even there are many other countries also which have recently signed the agreement until now. This include India, then there is France, Australia is there, UAE is there, UK is there, Japan is there, right? So amongst many others. Now here in the map you can say there is Argentina and here is Saudi Arabia, right, on the world map. Now let's talk about ISA. What is International Solar Alliance? See, this alliance is a group of 121 solar rich countries with headquarters in Gurugram in India. So you know Gurugram is in India. Earlier its older name was Gurgaon. Now the agreement was opened for signature during COP22 on November 15, 2016. The organization aims to deploy over 1,000 gigawatt of solar energy and mobilize more than $1,000 billion into solar power by 2030. Now we'll learn more about it. Let's see. Now here we'll talk about Paris Declaration. Now understand, the Paris Declaration has established ISA as an alliance dedicated to the promotion of solar energy among its member countries. So there are various objectives also. The ISA's major objective include global deployment of over 1,000 gigawatt of solar generation capacity and mobilization of investment of over $1,000 billion into solar energy by 2030. Now what it does, see, as an action-oriented organization, ISA brings together countries with rich solar potential to aggregate global demand, thereby reducing prices through bulk purchase, facilitating the deployment of existing solar technologies at scale, and promoting collaborative solar research and development and capacity building. So that is how they are moving in this direction. Now when it entered into force, see, when the ISA framework agreement entered into force on December 6, 2017, ISA formally became a de jure treaty based on international intergovernmental organization, and it is headquartered at Gurugram and India. So there is a lot more that we need to talk. See, this particular alliance is more than, there are even one now, Argentina and Saudi Arabia being there. There are more than 121 countries, more than 121, remember, and it was initiated by India. most of them being sunshine countries which lie either completely or partly between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So if it is Earth, here 23.5 is Tropic of Cancer, and 20 in southern hemisphere 23.5 is Tropic of Capricorn. So these countries either lie fully between the torrid zone or partially, and now it is extended to all the members of UN. The primary objective of the alliance is to work for efficient exploitation of solar energy to reduce dependence on fossil fuels. And this initiative was proposed by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a speech in November 2015 in Wembley Stadium, in which he referred sunshine countries as Surya Putra. Surya Putra means sons of sun. So this alliance is a treaty which is based intergovernmental organization. So countries that do not fall within the tropics can join the alliance and enjoy all benefits as other members with the exception of voting rights. So I already told you headquarters are based in Gurgaon in India. In January 2016, Narendra Modi and then French President François Hollande, they jointly laid the foundation stone of the ISA headquarters and inaugurated the interim secretariat at National Institute of Solar Energy in Gwalpahari, Gurugram, India. So as I told you, as we talked in brief about what are the objectives. Now see, the focus is on solar power utilization. The launching of such an alliance in Paris also sends a strong signal to the global communities also about the sincerity of developing nations towards their concern about climate change and to switch to low carbon growth path. Now India, as I already told you, has pledged a certain targets also that by 33 to 35% they will reduce the emissions intensity by 2030 to let solar energy reach to the most unconnected villages and communities, and also towards creating a clean planet. And even India's pledge to the Paris summit offered to bring 40% of its electricity generation capacity, which is not the actual production from non-fossil sources, be it renewable, large hydro or nuclear, by 2030. So it is based on world cooperation. That is the detailed objectives of this alliance. And even here we can talk about geographical importance also, because the area of Earth which is located between Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, it is called torrid zone, and the points on the Tropic of Cancer are the northernmost points up to which sun can pass directly overhead. So overall, the sunshine can help to produce more solar energy for India. Possible additional benefits from the alliance can be strengthening the ties with the major African countries and increasing goodwill for India among them, right? So now there are many countries who have already joined it. There are future targets also. And here one more thing I want to tell you about the progress. So anyway, we'll talk in next slide about the progress also, but first let's talk about how are the relations between these two countries who have recently joined. So here if we talk about with Argentina, Indian-Argentine relations, then with India-Argentine trade, it is touching around 3 billion in the last 10 years. Leaders of both sides agree to increase their cooperation further to improve economic relation, and even they are celebrating 70th year of the establishment of diplomatic ties between both the countries, and both agreed on the cooperation in agriculture sector, trade and investments, defense, lithium, mining and space, right? And when we talk about India and Saudi relations, we're just talking economical relations here majorly. Relations between two nations are generally strong and close, especially in commercial interest, right? So Indo-Saudi bilateral trade reached $27.48 billion in the financial year 2017-18, and up from 21.1 billion in the preceding year. So Saudi Arabia's exports to India stood at $22.06 billion, whereas India's exports were $5.41 billion US dollars. So this is how our trade is going on with Saudi Arabia. So here one more thing I want to tell you about the progress till now of this alliance. Now just try to understand this. On 30 June 2016, the alliance even entered into an understanding with the World Bank also, okay, for accelerating the mobilization of finance for solar energy, and the bank will have a major role in mobilizing more than 1,000 billion US dollars in investments that will be needed by 2030. So this shows that even the global community's World Bank is also supporting this alliance, and the sincerity of the developing nations towards solar energy is up to the mark. So till date there are many countries who have ratified the framework also, and at the World Future Energy Summit in Abu Dhabi in January 2018, the government of India even announced the establishment of $350 million solar development fund to enable financing of solar projects also. So this is all about this lecture. If you want to contact me or if you have any queries, you can contact me on social media. Thank you.